Game, then we'll open up for questions.
Well, I think it was certainly a strange game in a lot of ways. I can't say it's the strangest I've been a part of, but it's probably up there just with all that happened. I think for St. John's, it's a difficult one for them. They arrived late, had some travel issues with the weather. They get in, I think, at 4:30 or 5:30, someone said. I know they couldn't get to a shoot around today. Obviously, the issue with Rebecca there, so they're shorthanded. So certainly, in some ways, I think maybe we didn't see them at their best. Having said that, I said before going into it how much I think they have a really high ceiling as a team, and would not be surprised at all to see them get on a run. But as I've been throughout the year, was impressed with our guys for the most part, poised in a game that was choppy and kind of a little difficult to get in a rhythm. But I thought our guys played with enough poise. Certainly in the second half. I thought our opening stretch of the second half was really important. It went from an 8 to a 15 and then eventually to a 20. Gave us a little bit of breathing room. I thought we executed and defended with purpose. Having said that, we've got to do a lot of things better. We have to do a lot of things better. I think our guys know that. And that's going to be important for us to improve on some things in the coming days.
Coach, what do you got to do better?
We got to play without our hands. Now, I think the game was difficult because some games, the game on Saturday was not quite called like that. It was maybe I misunderstood. The game on Saturday seemed to be a lot more physical. But you have to adjust to how the game's being called. We have to do a little bit better job adjusting each game. Do a better job of keeping people in front of us. That comes to mind first. I think transition defense can make some improvements there. But then we got to take care of the ball a little bit better. +1 assisted turnover tonight. Those kind of things come to mind. I won't take anything away from our guys. I thought we put together some really quality minutes.
Is that why you thought the game was Chippy Curses because of the way the ball's being called?
Did you say Chippy?
Chippy, yes.
Yeah. I didn't want anything, Michael. It's February and league play. Both teams have something to play for, something significant. So I think the emotions are certainly escalating. I would say that would be, if there was a cause of it, that would be it. It's an emotional time for teams in league play this time of year. So.
Kellen, Coach alluded to it a little bit. The first 4 minutes of the second half, almost any game, huge. You guys got like a 14-2 run after they kind of got things right. What happened well for you guys to start the second half to create that 14-2 spurt?
That's one thing that Coach Holden really emphasizes, is coming out and kind of touching their mouth a little bit. And I think we took that upon ourselves to come out strong and put it away.
Kellen, at this point in February, when you get to league play, absolutely, but like really the thick of it on the wall, what do you assess where this team is right now, physically, how you're executing, and knowing that with the Big East this year, especially compared to last year, I mean, it truly is a gauntlet. There's a lot of great opportunities, but still big games ahead, big road games, which the team. How do you assess the group right now?
I think one big thing is we can't look too far ahead. Just taking it game by game. We can't be worried about not doing this, not doing that, instead of just being aggressive.
And you feel like is the team healthy? I mean, going up against these teams right now, I mean, you guys pretty physically all around, pretty strong at this point.
Yeah, thankfully, I think we're very healthy this year. And hopefully,
Alex, how did you think the team handled it? When you were up 20, they cut it to 10. How did you think you handled it there in the stretch?
I think we did pretty well. Obviously, any game you play, there's going to be ups and downs. We know that. The coaches have done a good job preaching that to us. So when they made a little run, we just trusted in everything we've done to prepare for this moment. We did a good job bouncing back when they kind of cut it. Maybe I think it was at 8 or 7. It's the closest they got. And we just kept plugging away, kept chipping away, and then eventually we were able to kind of break them a little bit.
You know where you're at in the Big East standings, and what's that mean to you?
Couldn't tell you. I mean, I know we're 7-3. I know we played in the fall, we haven't played yet. I know they're a lot better than they were last year, and it's honestly about, I think they're playing right now because it was on TV. That's about all I know.
Was this game as strange as it was now? No ebb and flow whatsoever.
Yeah, it was different. Just because of kind of the chippiness you alluded to. But at the same time, that happens in a lot of games. If you watch college basketball throughout, there's other games that there's technical fouls and fouls called like they were tonight. So you just, like Coach Holman said, you just have to adjust. Because in the end, it's a matter of whether or not you win or lose. It doesn't matter how the game flow is or anything like that. So we were just focused on getting the win, and we think we'll come out.
Alex, how important is your team's toughness in a game like this and also this time of the year as your coach alluded to?
Yeah, I think we have a saying here, the toughest team sets the rules. And we try to come out every game, be the toughest team, and kind of set the rules that the game's going to be played by. So obviously it's very important, especially in this league. It's a very physical, very tough league. Every team you play from 1 to 10 is never going to give in, never going to just roll over and let you win. So you've got to have toughness anytime you step out on the court. If you don't, you're going to get exposed.
Chris, what was your take on that? Because,
You know, I did not see it. So I was taking my cues from the bench, from our bench, which obviously can get a little bit one-sided. Just what I love about it. And the staff told me that they felt like he would be ejected. So at that point, without seeing it myself, Michael, it's hard. I just know, obviously, my concern at that point was for Tyler. And Tyler's a tough guy now. And he was on the floor. And I don't want to get specific about what he said while he was on the floor. But, he's not a guy that, I've never seen him, act like he's hurt. He was hurt. He was hurt. And that was a concern. And I told him, Ryan, our trainer, did a great job of making sure that he was of sound mind. He told him, hey, listen, if there's this your head's way more important than this particular game. So, but he went through all the protocol there and returned, helped me with it. When I went out there and kind of put my hand on him and listened to him, he was hurt. He got hit pretty good.
For either of the players, I wanted to ask St. John's if you give me a chance. Why is Roosevelt so difficult to guard? Because you know he's not going to shoot a 20-foot jumper on you, yet he still gets to the rim, he still gets angles, he still finishes. Why is that so difficult to stay in front of and stop?
Kind of answer that, I've guarded him a lot. Kellen could probably just say he's guarded a lot in our years here. If you get up in him, he's quick, strong, so he can blow right by you. But if you give him a lot of space, he's very crafty. He can shoot the floater from long distance, and he can also get a full head of steam. He can avoid charges, and he's a really good passer, so he finds the open man. So it's kind of hard to guard him, really either way. I haven't seen him shoot a jump shot in an open gym or practice since before my freshman year. But no matter how you guard him, the way he plays and how smart he is, he's able to get shots off and find open man.
Coach, going back to Obekba, did you change your strategy much once he went out, or did you just keep doing what you're doing?
Certainly. He's going to play in the NBA. I believe that. So his rim protection is elite. It's one of the best in the country. It's one of the best rim protectors in the country. So that certainly gave us the opportunity to attack inside. We wanted as many paint touches as we could. We wanted to really, both in driving it, posting it, we wanted to get as many paint touches as we could. We felt like we could hurt them in there with him out. certainly Pointer is still good at, really good at blocking shots as well. But Bethka's, he's an elite, he's one of the best rim protectors in the country.
Anything else for coach or the players?